Hello, my sensitive fellow people out there who are following me and my work, my videos and posts. Maybe you are considering to becoming my one-on-one client. Maybe you have been already my one-on-one client. I want to just remind you kindly to follow me on Instagram, support me there as well, and on Threads. I would appreciate it greatly. And if you have questions about working with me, having a reading with me, or a coaching session with my solution-focused, solution-based therapy, then also you can send me a few questions on Instagram DMs. So I feel called to giving a bit of guidance today. And also I want to talk about the fact when you've been attacked by Jezebel spirit. Because it's a huge difference when you are being attacked, bullied, abused by somebody who actually has a demon within them. I've mentioned this many times in my videos if you've been following my work. And also, of course, subscribe to my YouTube and, like and share. I would appreciate that. Yes, of course. But yeah, so the fact when you have had a narcissistic parents, a narcissistic mother, for example, which I think is one of the worst kinds of abusive situations that you can ever have, especially when you are a sensitive girl, sensitive woman, and your mother has been a narcissist. You are my soul sister if this resonates. And yes, it is a very heavy situation. And so it can seem like your worst nightmares are just being repeated over and over again. You are a chosen one of God. You can be an incarnated angel, you can be a starseed, an earth angel, an empath, highly sensitive person. You are intuitive, you are sensitive, you're kind. All you want is basically world peace. You want the best for everyone, but your narcissistic mother has always been using as her free therapist. You have been the family scapegoat, like I was as well, since childhood, and nobody has been there to protect you. You did not have family members to help you. As chosen ones, we don't usually have any friends, like I've said many times. We don't have family members, siblings, brothers, sisters, aunts and uncles. We just do not have the healthy, normal support system as usually people have. So if you are still being attacked, because yes, we have to face the truth. As chosen ones, we can be attacked so much. We're sensitive and kind. So obviously, those people who have a lot of issues, demons within them, childhood wounds, they usually are attracted to us. They come to us to seek solace, to seek help and support and healing, whether they realize it or not. That is just the pattern. And they can be so freaking toxic, so destructive towards us. That is why, again, we have to be setting our healthy boundaries and understanding what's going on. They can be dark empaths, they can think that they're so kind and sensitive, but they're toxic. So what is the biggest sign that you're dealing with a Jezebel spirit? If that person attacks you, and they simply do not listen, they do not hear you out, you try to communicate, you try to set your boundaries, you say no, you cannot treat me that way, you cannot talk to me that way, you cannot yell at me, you cannot smear campaign me, you cannot stab me behind my back and gossip about me and lie about me, make up stories about me. You set that boundary clearly. That this is not okay with you. You are demanding normal, healthy decency and respect. So if they are a person with a Jezebel spirit within them, they will not hear you. Authentically, they will not hear you. Because, again, they're like psychopaths. They do not stop. Abusive people, demonic people, people with demonic entities within them, deep trauma, deep wounds, inner child wounds, when they are bad enough, they're being so negative and toxic. They're draining you out. They're hurting you. They are projecting themselves onto you, saying things like, you are not ready for a relationship, for example. You are toxic. You are immature. You are childish. You are lying to them. You're not being real and authentic. You're not being transparent. You are doing something wrong. Things like that. And you have to remind yourself that what they say is a projection only of their own issues. So I'm not a demonologist. I'm not, I have not investigated that topic so deeply that I would be able to say what demon does what. I have some knowledge, but anyway, the point is that if you're dealing with somebody who has a Jezebel spirit within them, they are very narcissistic. They can be psychopathic. They can even kill a person. They are killing you mentally and emotionally, spiritually, slowly. They don't usually attack you physically. They can do that, but they don't necessarily do it. What they do is they mostly attack your brain, your mind, your thinking, your feeling. You feel like you are hooked on their validation and attention. It's like their attention is like a drug to you. But again, the big difference between a healthier, normal person who is actually just acting out and just projecting, reflecting their issues onto you, they have inner child wounds. So they do not necessarily have a Jezebel spirit. If they are able to calm down, let's say they are attacking you verbally, making accusations of you. If you try to talk to them in a calm manner, with respect, you stand your ground, you set your boundary calmly, they stop, they calm down also. They start to mirror you and the calm energy. So if this person who you are interacting with, even though they have hurt you, maybe even broken your heart, they are projecting their own issues onto you. It can be a romantic, typically it's a romantic relationship situation, because that is where these issues come out. They come up because this person has not fully dealt with their own issues and their traumas. They have not healed their inner child. So they are projecting that onto you, treating you like as their parent, like as their mother or father. So again, of course, it's not your job to be in that position, to be fixing that issue. So all you can do is just try to just, like I said, be setting that boundary, standing your piece. So if they are able to fully calm down and you sense it, you see it, that okay, this had an effect. They accept your boundary, they become calmer, they can actually communicate with you more respectfully, normally. You start to feel this sense of safety when you're interacting with them. So then you are dealing with a person who is a more healthy, they do not have the Jezebel spirit within them. They can have some demonic entities, energies, yes, of course, they can have some, but they are not possessed by Jezebel. Because, if you're dealing with a person who is possessed by Jezebel, they are not going to be calming down. They can fake to do so. And of course, especially if you can continue communicating, interacting with that person from that moment on in a more healthier, calmer, in a more respectful manner, then you can know that this person is actually just having issues, but they can have real feelings for you, real love that can be also triggering them and their inner child wounds, that they would have to, heal and deal with. So many people have so many issues, childhood traumas, that they should actually just be facing and healing, dealing with within themselves, facing those issues, not be projecting them onto innocent people who have done nothing to them. And of course, always, I do recommend praying and listening to your own intuition, because it's your superpower, it's one of your gifts. And trusting yourself, because these are not easy issues, whether you're dealing with someone with demons or not. But relationships and people can be taking a toll on us sensitive souls. And so they can create many conflicts, and they can be attacking us in so many ways, so unexpectedly, that, of course, it's difficult, and you just need to come back to your own peace of mind, and be centering and grounding yourself again. And also, I wanted to pull out one of my therapy card messages here from the Magical Moments in Life deck. This card is Chaos. This has popped up before in my videos as well. Magical life is sometimes guiding you to stormy waters. What feels chaos to the human mind is an important place, an important situation for the soul to be growing. Boldly feel all the feelings that have been rising up as this difficult situation has been happening. Read the valuable lesson and you will be empowered. And we have a question here. What is life teaching me right now? So my fellow chosen ones, if that resonates, because I feel that we're always going through stormy waters, like we cannot catch a break. So of course that can, resonate with you every single day. But also we always need to practice peace. We need to protect our peace, our health, our peace of mind, our life, and what matters to us, our children, our families, our home, our finances, whatever it is important, that is a normal basic human need to have in your life. So if you're feeling like everything's just piling up and just coming down on you, pouring down on you, like people are attacking you, etc., take a pause and still choose to see the positive. So, like this card was asking, like, what is life teaching me? Maybe ask yourself this question. What is this? What is the lesson? What is life teaching me with this situation, with this person attacking me? What can I choose? Because you can always remind yourself to come back to peace, come back to love. You don't need to be you should not be taking on their garbage treatment, their disrespect, their negative energy. And it can make you feel so uneasy and so uncomfortable. But you just have to keep on reminding yourself that there is a positive side to this, that there is a chance to see the lesson. You can switch it around. You are the alchemist who turns the negative into the positive. So stay true to yourself and support yourself, and this is also a way to support yourself and to not abandon yourself. The more you can just, take a pause and ask yourself these sorts of questions to make yourself reflect on what really matters, so that you're not just feeling like you're drowning in an ocean of negative feelings, negative thoughts, experiences, negative energies from other people. People nowadays seem so robotic, like plastic people, zombie people. They can be so draining, so negative, and you just feel like you just want to crawl under a rock and just stay there and never come out. So protect yourself. And again, because we're meant to be high vibe beings, so how can we be high vibe? How can we feel happy and at peace if people are always treating us like punching bags? And in my opinion, we do have the right to express it. We do have the right to say, this is not okay. I'm not your punching bag. I'm not your dumping ground. You need to go to therapy. You need to grow up. You need to take accountability and responsibility of your issues and not be pouring them onto me. Especially if that is someone who does not even know you. I think it's so important to be able to say, communicate that boundary. I'm not dealing with your bullshit. Please go somewhere else. I wish you love and light and healing, but that is all that I can do for you. So even though we can have many soul lessons, difficult things happening, it doesn't mean that it has to be endless. And I'm here to help and support. I'm here to teach and guide you to be able to live a healthier, happier lifestyle, that you're not abandoning yourself anymore, that you actually become the empowered super empath who you're supposed to be, that you're able to be yourself, setting your boundaries, listening to yourself, what you need, because that has to come first. If you don't choose yourself, then other people will always be choosing for you. They will be easily manipulating and gaslighting you and thinking that it's okay if you're not setting your boundaries, if you're not saying that this is just not acceptable. Because it's so unfortunate, but I can say honestly from my personal experiences, having to grow up without any healthy adults around me, with no protection from people, no support, no guidance, and having to learn everything by myself the hard way as a sensitive young girl. I learned to carry too much. I learned to take on too much, too many responsibilities. And you don't always realize it, that it's just not working out. Even though it's completely, obvious, but you still don't necessarily realize it. Because again, a healthy adult is supposed to be taking care of you when you are a child, especially when you are a sensitive child, a sensitive girl. You're supposed to be backed up. You're supposed to be able to rest in that peaceful energy, that love energy, that guidance. You're not supposed to be walking on eggshells, feeling on high alert, getting scared, getting attacked, getting abused, feeling like they're just killing you. That's not how your childhood should be. But unfortunately, people like us, we have gone through this. And as a fellow survivor, I'm here to help. And so if you need more help and support, apply to work with me. And thank you for watching this.